The name is Reeves. Josh Reeves. Hello everyone and welcome to my bathroom. Did you like it? It's quite shiny. Anyway, today I will be going with Leonard Cheshire to an employment summit. So let's go on a magical, mystical adventure and come with me. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Julie. Nice to meet you too.
So I'm a disability rights campaigner and I'm also a volunteer for Leonard Cheshire as part of the Can Do programme. How important is it like events today to accelerate more employment for people with disabilities?
I think it's incredibly important. What we're trying to do is get out to as many employers in Wales as possible that they've got a whole talent pool sitting right in front of them that they just don't see. And that's not all of them, of course. Some people are great, but a large number of them just don't see the talent pool in front of them. So conferences like this are really important to get that message out to employers.
Yeah, I think it's coming again. I think that employers need to know that to meet the person, and I've suggested earlier that why not, instead of doing an application form, because I tend to struggle with application forms now and again. I always have to do it. I could do it myself, but then I always have to check for grammar. Luckily, it's Grammarly out there to help me. But But I think that it'd be easier to make a telephone application and then go into the interview, because I could speak for on and on and on about my CVs and about what achievements I've done, and I think that's important for people with disabilities to have a telephone application form instead of typing, because it's a massive struggle for some people with disabilities anyway.
Yeah, I agree. And actually, there's lots of different ways that people can apply. One of the things we also encourage is for people to apply making a small video of themselves. So, they can demonstrate some of their talents. And also you get a much better sense of the person, don't you? Sometimes a dry application form doesn't really get across what that person can really do.
Yeah, of course. And employers need to see this. It'd be very important, especially videos. You could just express your feelings and your emotions and how much you want the job and how are you going to do it. And I think that's very important. What changes and better have you seen for your career?
So things have changed an awful lot since I started work. So I'm 60 now. So I've been working for 40 years. And when I started working, things were really very different because for example, I'm a lawyer, and when I first qualified, women had to go in through the back door of the Inn of Court, not through the front door, even though they paid the same amount of money to join the inn. And there were bars and so on around the Inns of Court in London that wouldn't let women walk up to the bar. And you never saw anyone with a disability in work. You hardly ever saw any women. And now, if you go in the law courts, you see a really diverse range of people. So it's changed an awful lot.
What advice would you give gratitude to a person with a disability to find their first job?
So I think exactly what you said, actually, which is send something in to the employer that showcases the talent that they've got. So if the employer's asked for a simple application form, send something extraordinary with it, something that differentiates you. And actually, this is advice I give to all people applying for a job, because I've been on the other end of that as well. I've had the 400 application forms coming in, and something that makes you stand out. So the blog, the link to your blog, the video, a showcase of what you can do, something extraordinary. And almost everyone in the world has something extraordinary to say about themselves, but they very rarely put it on an application form.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of people are scared to give out their achievements, and I know a couple of friends of mine that they are disabled people, and they just tend to not put on the CV that they are a wheelchair user or they are disabled, and I find that shocking. And And when one time my friend did apply a job and he did get it, and he made it to the interview stage, but they didn't have a ramp, and the employer didn't know that because he didn't put that in his CV or his application form because he was scared. And I totally get that, because you're gonna have a better chance if you say I'm not a wheelchair user, but then again, you should always give your best shot. But then again, if employers don't employ people with disabilities, then they lose it out. And I think that you can become more successful with your organisation or company if you employ someone with a disability, because diversity is important. And it's 2018 now, and this has got to change.
Absolutely right.
Yeah. Thank you for having
it's a real pleasure. I'm looking forward to looking at your YouTube videos as well.
Thank you. Yeah, look it up. It's Joshua Reeves, and you find all different videos on disability news from across the UK.
I'm looking forward to it, Josh.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.